Welcome back to Marathon Park here, Veterans Park here in Marathon, Wisconsin, where we have kind of a triangular day. Where the first game today here in Marathon Red Raiders defeated Edgar Wildcats in a Marywood South Conference game, 7-2. The second game today, Edgar's going to take the field again, and they're going to take on the visiting Wausau East Lumberjacks from the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Don't have the record for Wausau East as far as games they've played here, but we know Edgar is 0-1 after their first game of the year against Marathon, the last game. But today, everything starts anew for both these teams. Definitely a nicer spring day than what we're used to, considering that we had a really nice summer spring, and then we had winter return, and now it's getting back up into the 50s. Still kind of windy today, but still nice to be out in the sun. They're going over all the ground rules now here at Marathon Park. I'm sure Marathon, the Wausau East girls aren't used to some of the ground rules, so they're telling them where that is, and the refs are explaining things like that. So a lot of things going on. If you look at some of the things going on locally, a lot of the Marywood teams are back in conference. I know another big rivalry day, the Marathon boys are taking on the Edgar boys in Marywood South baseball action just down the street. And they also have the Spencer boys coming over playing today also after that, so kind of a doubleheader. So all these teams are finally getting out on the field after a long, prolonged spring and cold drought. And looks like the weather the next coming week is kind of getting back to where they can play almost every day. And for baseball, it really shows you what kind of pitching you have, because everyone's kind of limited on a pitch count. So Edgar heading out to take the field again. They are the home team. And for Edgar, a little bit different than what we had last game. We had Helverson will be leading off for them. And, she is in left field. The center fielder, Lemmer, followed by the catcher, Strevler. Junker, the right fielder. Knetter starting at second base. The third baseman is Mellenberger. Schreiner is at first base. Colano will be the starting pitcher. And Shera will be the shortstop. For Wausau East, the visitors from the Lumberjack Conference, Tristan Young leads off, and she'll be the pitcher. Burnt will be the catcher, batting third. Koschman, the third baseman. Berger, the center fielder. Batting fifth, Bodner will be the first baseman. Clues will be the shortstop. Smyrna starting off in left field. The designated hitter will be Wynn. Majewski will be the second baseman, and the flex or right fielder will be Sewell. So we're getting ready to go here again for Edgar. Colano warming up, getting her throws in. Everyone should be a lot looser, though. Finally above freezing. A nice day to be out here. Again, Zaleski Sports. Appreciate your support and sponsors that put this on the air. It's nice to get all this recognition for the ladies out there, and it's kind of definitely a ladies' weekend when you consider what the Final Four for women's basketball has been phenomenal last night, with the finals coming up tomorrow. So it'll be nice. It's a nice day to be a female, because you're being recognized all over the sports world, and here on Zaleski Sports also. So for Wausau East, leading off will be the pitcher, Young. Again, on the mound for the Wildcats will be Colano. Starts it off with a strike. Again here, just starting for those who've joined us, top of the first. 1-1. Down to third base, knocked off the third baseman's glove. Young gets on base. We'll give her a hit on that one. It was a hard hit. Down the third base line. Mellenberg had a little trouble handling it. Hard hit. The catcher, Burnt, now batting for East, left-hander. Nice stop by Stebler to hold Young at first. Count evens at 1. Count goes 2-1. Popped up. Left field, right field, left fielder coming in. It goes over her head. She misjudged it. Young down the first. Let's give Burnt a hit on that one because it wasn't touched. Halverson, the left fielder, had trouble judging that one. She ran in a little bit, and that wind coming out of the southwest here kind of blew it over her head. So we have a courtesy runner for Burnt. Number 23, we don't have her number, so we're going with number 23 is a courtesy runner. We don't have her name, I'm sorry. The third baseman, Cushman, now at bat. Foul down the first base line. In the right field it goes. And they're going to get the force at and coming home. Young scores. Kind of a little bit of confusion at there. Coachman took it out the right field. The right fielder for Edgar Junker, she reached down and it just barely hit the ground before it hit the glove. Well, the runner at first base, Burnt, went back to first thinking she had caught it, and they doubled her off first, doubled her off second base. Foul ball. Hit down the third baseline. Save. A bobble. So a nice pickup by Mellenberg, but an errant throw down to second base. Allows runners on first and second for the East Lumberjacks. Safe all the way around. Hit the batter. Clues takes one for the team. Goes down to first, and coming in to score is Cushman with the second run of the game. Bases remain full for East. That's gonna foul ball. That was close. Kostanky for the East was jumping up and down, was hoping, but nonetheless, it's a foul ball. Spurt on for East. Count goes 0-2. One out. Here in the top of the first. East up 2-0. Bases loaded for East. Count goes 2-2. Called third strike on Smyrna. Second out of the inning. Bases remain loaded for the Lumberjacks. Now at bat, Wynn, the DH. Nice change up. Nice block. Drevler doing a nice job behind the plate. 1-1. Hit to the shortstop. Bobbles it. Run scores. Everyone's safe. Berger comes across the score for the third run of the game. Wynn gets on. Error on the shortstop. Majewski, the second baseman for East, now at bat. Bases loaded for the Lumberjacks. Goes 1-1. Popped up. Down the third base line. Fair ball. One run in. Second run in. Little miscommunication there from the Edgar girls. It dropped right behind where the grass meets the dirt, and the shortstop, third baseman, and left fielder didn't quite know who to take charge. And instead of being out of an inning, East pushes across 2 more runs to make it 5-0 Lumberjacks. Here in the top of the first, still only 2 outs. Coach Brown goes out there to try to straighten things out with the girls. Wasn't so much physical mistakes, but it's been mental errors by the Wildcat defense. Little indecision has cost them. Young now at bat for the second time this inning. Majewski with a hit on that last one. Young got jammed. 1-1. Popped up again, out of play. 1-2. On Tristan Young, pitcher for East. East out of the Wisconsin Valley. Edgar out of the Marywood South. Popped up. Shortstop calling it. And bobbles it. Everyone remains safe. She had it in her glove, and it looks like it kind of hit the heel of her glove. And sometimes they have so much time to think about it, they overthink it. Unfortunately for Edgar, it's been an inning of errors, mental and physical. Burnt for the Lumberjacks. Singled her first time up. 2 outs, 5-0 East, top of first. Count evens at 1-1. Two and 1. Hit down in the right field past the second baseman. 1 run is in. Here comes the second run. They push across 2 more. For East here. Let's see. Now it's the Lumberjacks. Push 2 more across, making it 7-0. Young goes to third. Hit the right base, hit to right field by Burnt. First and third, 2 out, 7-1, 7-0. East, top of first. Runner going. Burnt steals second on a non-throw. 2-0. Two and 1. To Cushman, the third baseman for the Lumberjacks. Out of play. First base side. Cone evens up at 2. Same place, out of play. Over to first base side. Still 2 and 2. Two outs, runners on second and third. Count goes full. Cushman takes ball 4. Bases loaded again for the Lumberjacks. Berger, the center fielder, coming up, trying to build onto the lead. Popped up, should be caught, and it is dropped. That is a tough one for a catcher. Popped up and you have to run after it. So Berger gets new life. On 1. 0-2. I'm sure Coach Brown is wondering, we should be out of this inning a long time ago, and he's correct. 3 drop fly balls, a couple bobbles by the shortstop. Not your perfect inning. Popped up. Second baseman going back, makes the catch. So that's Berger flies out to the second baseman for the third out, and Wausau East is now up 7-0 in the top of the first, with Edgar coming to bat in the bottom of the first. So we'll be back after these announcements.
Axis Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Axis Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at axisinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
At People's State Bank, community is reflected in everything we do. So when you bank with People's, you help support local charities and businesses, help new homeowners establish roots, and create stronger communities to live and thrive in. It's a uniquely People's approach that's always paying dividends. And a pretty good reason to make our community yours too. Visit us at bankpeoples.com.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
All right, back here in Marathon, where the visiting Wausau East Lumberjacks are taking on the home team, Edgar Wildcats, even though it's at Marathon. Kind of a triangular day, 3 teams playing here. Wausau East will take on Marathon the next game. Wausau East, it was kind of a comedy of errors, so to speak, the first inning, on drop flies, booted grounders, everything you could wish for. If you're Wausau East, happened to Edgar. Edgar's going to have to battle through it. They're down 7-0, top of the first. Coming to bat for the first time. Let's see if Halverson, the left fielder, can get it started against Young, the pitcher for East. Caught the outside corner. Squares the bunt, lays a nice one down in front of home plate, and it's bobbled by the third baseman. Nice job. It didn't go far, but it had a little bit of backspin on it, and the third baseman for East had trouble picking it up. Lemmer up to bat now for the Wildcats. Nobody out. Coach Brown has to kind of go through the signals like once more and say, this is what we're doing. Got the nod. We're ready to go. Halverson on first. Lemmer now at bat. Takes ball 2. Two and 1. If you're young, you have to feel pretty comfortable with a 7-run lead. Bottom of the first. Takes a lot of pressure off you to throw strikes. 2 and 2. Strike 3 is called. Throw down to first. Safe. Halverson takes second on the throw. Lemmer goes down on the strike, and Strevler, the catcher, now up to bat, batting third. One out for the Wildcats. Runner on second. Hit deep, center field. Back, back, back. Touch them all for Strebler. Strebler, 2-0 count, takes one deep off of Young, and the Wildcats strike back. Strebler with a 2-run home run. Nice job. Girls out to congratulate her. That was hit dead center. Got it up in the wind, and the wind did the rest. It's got to give the Wildcats a little bit of confidence boost here. Only one out. Mellenberg up to bat. Junker up to bat, I'm sorry. Count goes 2-1. Those outside and low pitches, like we say, are hard to hit. All you can really do with them is try to take them to the opposite field. Down the third base line, drops in for a fair ball. So Junker keeps the line moving. Knetter, the second baseman, now up to bat. Edgar keeps the line moving. One out. Thrown on first. Nope. It takes a good communication to do that. The first baseman and the catcher got to be on the same page on that one. And you got to have a catcher with an arm. Went after a high one. 2-1. Only one out. Two and two. Knetter trying to keep the line moving. Ball tipped, catcher hangs on for the second out. The third baseman, Mellenberg. Mellenberger, right? Count goes 1-1. We apologize for any spelling errors. Sometimes it gets lost in translation when the coach writes something down, I write something down, and the great helpers, Caden and Ray, write something down. So sometimes we get lost in translation. So please be patient on our spelling. And in the meantime, Junker goes down to second base, gets her in the scoring position. Count goes 2-1 on Mellenberger. Count's even at 2. Count goes full. And Mellenberger draws a walk. Keeps the line moving. First and second. 2 out for the Wildcats. Schreiner, the first baseman for the Wildcats. 2 out. 7-2. Bottom of 1. Favor of the Lumberjacks. On 2. Low pitch. Junker takes advantages, advances to third base. First and third. 2 outs. Count 1-2. Third on the third. No need. Strike 3 is called. Trainer goes down on strikes for the third out. And after 1 complete, we have 7-2. Wausau's Lumberjacks over the Edgar Wildcats. Back after the next announcement.
Hi, my name is Preston. I have the Abbey Bank Bright Future checking account for kids and teens. I really like the mobile wallet feature. I just tap my phone to pay for snacks or anything at a store. I get my own debit card that my mom can transfer money into. She can also turn my card on or off if I misplace it. Plus, Abbey Bank gave me a bonus after I made my first deposit. Mom, if you're listening, send more money, please.
Visit us online at abbeybank.com to learn more. Abbey Bank is a member FDIC.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Back here at Marathon. After 1 complete inning of play, Wausau East had jumped out to a 7-2 lead. They scored 7 runs in the first inning. Edgar answered back by a big home run from Strevler to push across 2, and it's 7-2 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Now batting for the Lumberjacks, number 15, Bodner, the first baseman. Bodner scored in the first inning. Count goes 0-2. Down the third base line, pick throws over the head. Mellenberger having a tough day out there defensively. She made a nice pickup of it. The throw at first was a little bit high over the head. So Bonner gets on E5. Pass ball. Bonner down to second. Drilled, foul, third base line. Count evens up at 1-1. Clues up to bat now for East. Clues scored first time through. Oh, nice pitch. Hard to lay off that one. 2-1. Clues the shortstop. Taking to right field and caught. Nice job by the right fielder for the first out of the inning. Junker, the right fielder, had it dialed in there. Got to give Edgar some confidence. Your defense is playing much better this inning. Smyrda, the left fielder for East, struck out the first inning. 0 for 1. Chases one out of the zone. One. Count goes 3-1 on Smyrna. Clano trying to find his zone. And does with that one to make it full. Ball. Count stays full on Smyrna. 1 out. We're in the top of second. East up over Edgar, 7-2. And Smyrna's able to draw a walk. Brings up Wynn, the designated hitter. Pulled foul. One and one, right down the pipe. Chases a high one. For the second out. Runner still on first and second. 2 outs. Squares the bunt, pulls back. Oh, they got her at third. Ooh. Tell you, that's a great backup by number 5, the left fielder, Halverson. That throw was an overthrow down the third base line, but she was right there to back up. Great job on the backup, saved a run. Runner goes to third. Smyrna stays at first. Squares the bunt. Majewski singled and scored in the first. Here comes the run. And Bodner scores from third on the pass ball. Make it 8-2. Also on the play, Smyrna advances to second. Count goes 3-0 to Majewski. Milano battling back, down 3-0. 2 nice pitches later, pulled it to full. Oh, ball out of play. Third base dugout, hanging tough. And she draws a walk. So runners on first and second. With Young, the pitcher, the leadoff. 1 for 2 with a single, and on courtesy of an error. 1 for 2. Front of home plate, pitcher picks it up, throws the first, going to be late and gets past her. Young goes to second. Here comes 1 run in. Here comes the second run in. Young goes all the way to third on the throwing error. And Smyrna comes around to score on the throwing error, and Majewski also comes around to score on the throwing error. That pushes the score to 10-2 in the top of the second. Burnt now batting for East. I know if you're Coach Brown, you're really not happy with your defense this game so far. Throwing errors. Hit down the right field line, high pop fly. Right fielder's underneath it and has got it. So, Junker, the right fielder, ends the inning for the Lumberjacks. And after inning and a half, it's 10-2. The Lumberjacks over the Wildcats. Be back in a minute.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Hey, back here at Marathon Veterans Park, where Wausau East is taking on the Edgar Wildcats. And the Lumberjacks are kind of having a way with the Wildcats today. It's been a lot of errors by the Wildcats, and very simply put, the errors are pretty simple errors. They're bobbling routine grounders, they're dropping plop flies. They're just struggling defensively. They did get on the board with a home run by Strevler in the first inning. Let's see if they get the bats going here in the bottom of the second. Young taking her warm-up pitches. Leading off for the Wildcats in the bottom of the second will be Colano, the pitcher. Throw down a second. And we're ready with Colano leading off. There's a strike by Young. Two out of the three of us flinched on that one. No, because I wouldn't see it. 1-1. Down the first base line, off the glove. That was well hit. Off the glove of Bodner. It's made a nice try. Well hit ball. Colano will give her a base hit on that one. Shara. Up the bat. Sorry, Shara. Courtesy runner for Edgar, number 3. Shara, the shortstop. First at bat today, struggling a little bit defensively. One and 0. Colano on first with a single. Down a snap, throw down first. Safe. One and 1. Two and 1 the count. Gets past the catcher. And down to first goes our courtesy runner, number 3. Down to second base. My apologies. Count goes 3 and 1. Takes ball 4. Shira. Draws a walk. Hey, nobody out. First and second for the Wildcats. Let's see if number 5, Halverson, the left fielder, can keep it going. One and 0. Where's the bunt? Offered. Count goes 0-2. And a swinging strike on Halverson. First out. Bottom of 2. Lemmer, the center fielder, now at bat. 1 out. Driven into right field over the second baseman's head. Nice job. Here comes 1 run and the courtesy runner scoring. So Lemmer takes 1 to right field with a double. And we get Colano scoring. And the pinch runner number 3, Persherda also scoring. So Edgar scratches across another run, making it 10-3 in the bottom of the second. Coach Stanky calls timeout, gathers the troops, gets them focused. Coach Brown talking to the base runners on third, making sure they know what's expected. And we got 1 out. Coming to bat for Edgar. Strevler, who took one deep out of dead center her first time up for a 2-run home. And they're not even going to mess with her. We're going to put you on first. So Strevler goes down the first on an intentional walk. Puts runners on first, second, and third now. Yunker now at bat, the right fielder. He's made some nice plays defensively out there in right field. Chased a high one. It's always easier when the coaches say don't chase anything above your hands, but they're not up there batting. One out, bases loaded for the Wildcats. 2-1 the count. Young kind of rearing back, finding a little extra on each pitch. 2-2. Count goes full. Hey, Yunker did a nice job laying off that one. Shara comes in to score, making it 10-4. Lemmer moves to third. Strevler over to second. Second baseman, Knetter. Victim of a strikeout first inning. Still only 1 out. Bases loaded for Edgar. One and one on Knetter. Two and one. Edgar falls behind, but scratches their way right back into each inning. They were down 10-2, and they put 2 across to close within 10-4. Took a little off. 2-2. Quite a battle. Count stays 2-2. Base hit here by Conander would bring a couple across. Count goes full. And she draws a walk. Nader does a nice job drawing the walk. That brings Lemmer across for another run. Advances Strevler to third. Junker goes to second. And we still only got one out. Yeah. Strevler tried to keep running as she was going to third, but the ump had called time. Had to send her back, which is a smart move. But with the ump standing in front of home plate, we kind of knew it was timeout. So, Edgar, the third baseman, Mellenberger, hoping to keep the rally going. 10-5, Wausau. Mellenberger walked her first time up. Count even at 1. Popped up. Infield fly is called. Batter's automatically out. For the second out. That brings up Schreiner, the first baseman. Foul tip. 1-1. 2 outs. Bases loaded, Edgar. They pushed 3 across this inning already to close within 10-5. Count goes 1-2. And strike 3, swinging strike 3. So Schreiner strikes out for the third out of the inning. But Edgar pushes 3 across to close within 10-5. So we go to the top of the third with Wausau East coming to bat top of the third. We'll be back after the next announcement.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Back here in Marathon, where Wausau East is taking on the Edgar Wildcats. Top of the third inning, 10-5, Wausau East over Edgar. Edgar keeps clawing their way back in. Leading off for the Lumberjacks in the top of the third inning will be Cushman, the third baseman. One and 0. Count goes 2-0. I expect she's got the red light here. 3-0. And works it to ball 4. Cushman advances the first. Brings up Berger, the center fielder. 1 for 2. Single and a ground out to second. Five straight balls. Thrown by Colano. Struggling to find that strike zone. There we go. 1-1. No outs. Two and 1. Three and 1. Brings the count to full. Foul ball. Third base line. And she draws a walk. So Berger draws a walk. Cushman goes down to second, and that brings up Bodner, the first baseman. Nobody out. First and second for East. One and 1 to Bodner, the first baseman. Bodner with a base hit the first inning and on in the second with an error on the third baseman. Ball straight back. 1-2. And called third strike on the inside corner. Bonner goes down on strikeouts. Clues. The shortstop. Base hit in the first. Fly out to right field in the second. Oh and 1. One and 1. Two and 1. Tried a change up. Didn't work. 3 and 1. Brings it to full. Popped up. Center fielder going back, still going back, off the bottom of the fence. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. And Clues with a deep shot to center field is in there with a stand-up triple. Driving in 2 runs. She drove in Berger, and she also drove in Cushman. Still 1 out. Makes it 12-5, Wausau East. Smyrna, the left fielder, now at bat. Brings them straight back. Pass ball. Runner from third coming in. And Clues comes in on the pass ball. Count goes 1 and 1 on Smyrna. Two and 1 to Smyrna. And it's 12-5 East. Straight back again on Smyrna. Driven out the left, but it's way out of play. Ball rolls back into play. Another 30 feet to the right, and she would have been touching all 4 bases. All the results, though, it's a long strike. 2 and 2, 1 out. 13-5 East. Count goes full. Strike 3. For the second out of the inning. One after an inside pitch. Nice pitch by Colano. 2 down. That brings Wynn, the designator hitter, up. Bases are empty for East. 2 outs. Ball back. 0-1. Even at 1-1. Foul ball. 1-2. You got the 8 and 9 hitters here. You just hope Alano can just bear down and go right after him. Pop straight up. Infield, let's see if the shortstop's got it. There we go. Okay, that ends top of the third inning. Popped out to the shortstop. East adds a run or two, adds 3, makes it a 13-5 in the bottom of 3. We'll be back after these announcements.
I'm Karen from the Hearing House. Ignoring hearing loss can have many negative effects on your body and your life. Even if you don't realize it, it can affect your mind, your relationships, the way you feel, the way you act, your activities. Hearing loss is so much more than not hearing what people are saying. That's why at the Hearing House we're so passionate about what we do, because we see the changes in people's lives.
So call us if you're ready to find out if we can help you.
Make your house a hearing house.
Welcome to J&D Tube Benders. Here at J&D, we strive to meet our customers' requirements and expectations. We pursue this goal through the effort of our dedicated employees by continually improving in the areas of customer service, quality, and productivity. We pride ourselves on not only being a pillar of the manufacturing industry, but a family to our employees. J&D Tube Benders, the fastest name in tube line fabrication.
Back here in Marathon for the bottom of the third inning between the Wausau East Lumberjacks and the Edgar Wildcats. East has jumped out to a 13-5 lead here in the bottom of the third, but Edgar, they give up 3 or 4 and they scratch back with 2. Leading off for Edgar will be Colano, the pitcher. Young, the pitcher for East. Colano takes one down the first base side, foul territory. 1-1. Oh, 2. Nice pitch. No outs. Still in the bottom of the third. One after the third strike. Colano goes down for the first rout of the inning. Bella flies out to center field for the second out. Halverson now at bat. 0 for 1 officially with a walk and a strikeout. Coming after a bad one there. Brings it to 2-1. Three and one on Halverson. 2 outs. Ball 4. Halverson works a base on ball. Gives the Wildcats a runner here in the bottom of the third. Also brings out Lemmer, the center fielder. A strikeout and a double. Pops up back, 1-1. Excuse me. Hit to the second baseman, gloves it, throws it, third out. Majewski makes the play at second base to remove Lemmer. And after 3 complete, it's still Wausau East 13 and the Wildcats 5. Be right back after these announcements.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Who are we? We are a locally owned and operated business serving our community for over 60 years. We have expanded to 3 locations with over 1 million square feet of combined production space. We have an elite workforce of over 400 employees. We have built stadiums for the Vegas Raiders, Indianapolis Colts, Atlanta Falcons, Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings, and more. Who are we? There's only one answer.
We have a new pitcher for Edgar, number 9, and I think what we'll have to do is, Knetter now becomes the pitcher of record from here on out. So Colano gives away the Knetter as the pitcher. And leading off for the Lumberjacks of Wausau East, Majewski, the second baseman, who finished up Edgar the last inning on a ground out. Majewski with a single and a walk. Nice pitch by Knetter. 1-0. Look closer than what it was. Two-0. Reno to Majewski. Ball 4. Majewski draws a walk. Brings up the pitcher, Tristan Young. Nice recovery by Knetter. Comes back with a strike, 0-1. Nice pitch. Runner goes down to second. Majewski safe on the throw. Count goes 0-2 on the pitch. Runner at second. Foul ball. One and two. Tried to get her to chase up high. Stayed home. Two and two. Popped up deep to right center, deep, and it is gone for Young. Touch 'em all. Christian Young comes through on a 2-2 count and takes one over right center for a nice round tripper. Christian Young with a home run. And Tristan Young with the home run also brings in Majewski to make the score 15-5. After 3.5, the ball comes in. Burnt, the catcher, now batting for East. That one, the wind did not aid at all. Tristan Young got all of that one. Count goes 2-0 on Burnt. Knetter struggling a little bit. Usually she's missed these last couple at bats. Has been way to the outside. Outside again. Walks. Courtesy runner for the catcher. Coach Brown walking out there. Settle the crew down a little bit. Maybe giving Knetter just a little bit of time to think things over, relax. The outfielders, whenever this happens, the outfielders got to kind of feeling lonely because they don't know what's going on. So all three outfielders usually got to meet in the middle and talk about whatever. So Cushman, the third baseman, now at bat for East. Two-0. Knetter again struggling with outside, whether it be left-handed or right-handed. When she misses bad to the outside. Pulled off. 2-1. Nobody out. Here in the top of 4. East has increased their lead after a home run by Tristan Young, a 2-run shot. Line down the first base line. Fair ball. Well, that was kind of what they call a nubber. Little pool cue shot. Just right off the end of the bat. It just made over the first baseman's head and plopped right on the line. So Cushman with a single. And Burt moved down to second. Still nobody out. Berger, center fielder up the bat. One and one to count. Nobody out yet for the Lumberjacks. Hit down at third base and under the glove. Here she comes, coming home. Not going to make a play. So Burnt comes around to score. Cushman goes to second. And Berger goes to first. And Millenberger, again, didn't get her glove down. When runner needs the glove, she puts it down further, she stops it. No outs, first and second. (16-5) East. Bodder, first baseman, now batting for East. Hit on the ground towards third. Grabs it. There you go. Mellenberger grabs it. Unassisted. Force out at third. One out. Clues, a shortstop now at bat. Knetter on the mound for Edgar. On the ground, Knetter gloves it at the mound and removes Clues from the base path. So nice defensive play by Knetter. Score that 1-3. 2 down. 16-5 East. Runners on second and third. Now at bat, Smyrna, the center fielder. A base on balls and 2 strikeouts. 0 for 2. (3-0) on Smyrna. There we go, a little confidence builder. 3-1. Hit back. Knetter through her legs. That pushes across Cushman. Bodner moves to third. That brings up Wynn. Nice pitch. 1-2, 2 outs. Smyrna, the center fielder, batting for East. Knetter on the mound for the Wildcats. She offered. There we go. Smyrna goes down with a strikeout to end the top of the fourth. So after 3.5, it's 17-5. The Lumberjacks over the Wildcats. Be right back after these announcements.
Who are we? We are a locally owned and operated business serving our community for over 60 years. We have expanded to 3 locations with over 1 million square feet of combined production space. We have an elite workforce of over 400 employees. We have built stadiums for the Vegas Raiders, Indianapolis Colts, Atlanta Falcons, Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings, and more. Who are we? There's only one answer.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Here we are back at Marathon Veterans Field, where the East Lumberjacks have taken a commanding lead on the Edgar Wildcats, 17-5. Now the bottom of the fourth, leading off for Edgar will be the catcher, Strevler, who had a 2-run shot in the first inning. Takes it again to right center and deep. It's off the fence, 1 bounce. Strevler on the way to second with a double. Nice way to start off. Strevler leads off with a double. Strevler now is 2 for 3. She's got a base on 2 for 2. She got a walk, a home run, and a double. And she is the catcher, so they're getting a courtesy runner for her. Number 17. Now at bat for Edgar, the right fielder, Yonker. Been very steady defensively out in right field. Defensively, one of the few bright spots for Edgar today. To the shortstop, nice grab, over to first, in time, looks the runner back. That was a really, really nice play by Clues. She went deep in the hole, looked the runner back, had enough to get it over to first to remove Yonker from the base paths. Knetter, the pitcher, now at bat. On 2. Swinging third strike. And Knetter goes down on strikes for the second out. That brings up the third baseman, Mellenberg, with a base on balls and a ground out to the first baseman. Popped up to center fielder. Center fielder goes back and makes the snow cone grab. Gave it a ride, but nonetheless, it's just a long out. So, after 4 complete, it's Wausau East Lumberjacks 17 and Edgar Wildcats 5. Be right back after these announcements.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, here we are back at Veterans Field in Marathon, where the Wausau East Lumberjacks have just defeated Edgar Wildcats 17-5 with the 10-run rule. The East Lumberjacks really owned the game from the first inning on. They opened up the inning with 8 runs in the first and kind of put it away after that. Some of the bright spots for Edgar was Stebler. He had a 2-run shot. For East, Tristan Young had a 2-run shot. If you're the Edgar coach, probably the disappointing thing is your defense. Defense really let you down today. Some really fundamental errors, not looking the ball into the glove, dropping pop flies. But it's early in the year, and I'm sure the Coach Brown, and that's what thing you can work out. You can really use it as a teaching day. So with that in mind, we have one more game coming up today on Zaleski Sports, and we're glad you are going to join us again for Zaleski Sports carrying Marathon Baseball. In about a half hour or so, we'll get the exact time down. Marathon Red Raiders will be taking on the Wausau East Lumberjacks in the final game of today's kind of triangular. So again, thanks for watching Zaleski Sports, and we'll see you in about a half hour on the same channel. Thanks, and we'll talk to you later.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.